What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this one I'm going to be explaining to you guys all the different concepts and parts of a product listing. So I know a lot of you guys probably already know the basics of the pictures, the bullet points and description, reviews, all this stuff, but I really want to go into depth in this video and explain it a little bit more, so that way you guys understand how all these parts come together when you're doing your product launch or when you're trying to convert a customer that falls on your listing. So the first listing that we're going to use, I'm just going to go ahead and find a random one here. So let's maybe look up anglizer rulers, because we use that a lot on this channel. Alright, so let's click on this guy. So when you fall on someone's product listing, what a lot of people tend to do is, and this is something that I highly recommend that you guys don't do, because it will really mess up the algorithm when it comes to your keyword ranking, is they put their brand name in front of their whole entire product listing name. Now, if you guys don't know your name for your product listing name, this whole thing right here, this is going to be the most key factor and most important thing when it comes to ranking for your keywords. And basically how it works is the keywords that do come first here is what are the most important. They should be the most important, because that's how Amazon ranks you for those keywords. This is probably the most important thing that you guys need to get together and do right when it comes to doing your keywords and when it comes to doing PPC and your launches. But you have to have this right. Like literally, if you look at this guy, Anglizer Template Tool, I believe this was the main keyword or keywords for this specific product, and he literally has it all the way at the bottom of his product listing name, which is something that we do not want to do. So I would even go as far as to say, don't even include your brand name inside your product listing name, because if you think about it, guys, if you're a new Amazon seller, no one knows what your brand name is. They'll know that you're a brand or that you're some type of company as long as you have a logo on your product or you show your logo in your pictures, guys. So you honestly don't have to do that. Now down in the future, when you do create a big brand off of Amazon and you want people to know that it's your products, just to have that brand awareness, then yeah, you could probably do that and have your brand name in your product listing title. But honestly, I would just keep it out. That's what I do. I don't even include mine in there. Honestly, I find no use for it. But going on to the next thing, guys, of course we have reviews here, the prices. So for this Prime symbol right here, if you guys are completely new to Amazon, Prime is basically they call it a free one-day shipping, and basically when people sign up, it's like $12 a month, I believe, $6 or $12 a month. And how it works is, if you are a FBA seller, so you literally take your products from China and you send them over to a manufacturer or send them over to a FBA facility, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, that is when you qualify for Prime. That's when your product becomes Prime, and that just means that your product is going to be able to ship out quickly, and you don't have to ship out the product yourself. It's all going to be hands off, and for a lot of customers, it seems to be that extra trust factor, I feel like, when it comes to purchasing someone's product. So that is what Prime is, guys, and everyone gets Prime as long as you send over your products to a FBA facility, which, like I said, stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. So you're not shipping out the products yourself, and you are, and that's when you are doing it through a business account, not like an individual. Or what I'm trying to say is, like, you're not fulfilled by merchant, like you aren't selling, you're not shipping out the product yourself, you're having Amazon do all the work for you. So going on to the next thing here is these variations. Now I highly recommend that you guys don't have variations when you start your first product. It's a little bit of a hassle, and it's not really hard to organize on Seller Central, but it'll save you a little bit less headache when it comes to ordering the different units. And then trying to get that all organized and stuff. Honestly, I would just stick to one color, one product. Now, if you're in a niche where everyone has their own variations and it seems like the only people that are doing well with that product have different variations, then yeah, of course you can go for it. But just starting out, and if it seems like the market doesn't really need that, then you don't have to jump onto that. The main thing that you guys want to focus on is bundles for your product listing. So things like, if you were to scroll down here, this guy doesn't have a bundle for a specific product. which is something that everyone needs to have, whether it's an ebook or something very simple. So if you scroll down here to the bottom, if you look at the frequently bought together section, this section right here is literally what's going to tell you what you should bundle with your product. So what I highly suggest you guys do is go on a listing right here. So if you see it says frequently bought together, I'm not really sure what this is, but what you can do is compare different listings. So if you can't find anything that you can really bundle with this listing, just you're trying to find a trend. So because a lot of people, when they buy these products here, they'll similarly buy the same products along with it. Like a lot of customers do buy the same products that are similar to it. So if we go ahead and click on this one right here, okay, so actually, yeah, let's click on this person. Scroll down to the bottom here. And what is this? A can-do clamp. So yeah, that's something you guys can look at as well. Let me look at a couple other people's listings. I know one thing that a lot of people bundle with this is the pencil, because obviously that's something that you can use with this, and also they threw in like a bag or something. Also have, you could probably, oh yeah, that's a really good bundle actually, I didn't think about that. But the magnetic bracelet, I believe it is a magnet, but besides the fact, having stuff that's similar into that niche and bundling it with that item is going to really help you stand out. Because if you're trying to jump on a product that's something like this, where everyone's trying to sell the same exact thing and the only real variation that they're doing is changing the color, that's simply just not enough to make your product stand out. But when it comes to bundling and stuff, that's definitely something you guys need to look at, because differentiation is everything on Amazon. Now, if you go down to the picture section here, you can upload 9 pictures for your Amazon listing. I highly suggest that you guys upload as many pictures as you can, because like I said, the more the better for your product listing. The more work that you put into it, the more people that are going to convert, and the more people they're going to feel like they're connected to your listing. So, and really figure out if your product is for them. So if we scroll down here, well, let me talk about the pictures a little bit more. So if you look at this right here, each picture isn't the same. Like you have a picture here showing like just the product's front, the picture of the product, like in a couple pictures right here showing it in use. And you scroll down to the bottom, there's a couple more pictures. Then you go here, and it basically shows you everything that's included with the package: the box, the bag. Also, it looks like it comes with instructions, I believe. I can't really tell, but the instructions, it shows you how to do that. Also in the product images, which is pretty cool. But yeah, these are all examples of the different pictures that you want to have, like pictures that talk about the quality, what it's made from, durability, what makes your product stand out from everyone else's, which is a big factor on Amazon. Is like you got to ask yourself, why would someone want to buy your product over everyone else's? And you just got to mention that, like if you made your product extra durable, if you made your product if you had a product bundle, just explain that in your listing. Be like, hey, our product is much better than this other person's product, or not specifically calling people out. Just be like, oh, this product is better than other competitors because, oh, well, we have better quality, it's more durable, different color, or we actually have a bundle for free, or all these other things that you guys really need to stand out. Like one thing that I did is actually create a chart on like what my product had for like, and I had it check marked, and then I had another column talking about what the competitors didn't have, and you just compare the two. And that's something I feel like is very powerful for any type of product that you guys get into. But going down to the bullet points here, when you get down to your bullet points, make sure that you're using, you don't have to make these like giant paragraphs here. Like this guy made it really simple, straight to the point. One thing that I would recommend that you guys do, now this length is just fine, it's just that what I would recommend that you guys do is put like check marks here, or use emojis, something a little bit more vibrant to really engage the customer, or really have something that stands out. And also have these capitalized here, like your titles, or your titles to your bullet points. Make sure they're all capitalized, just so that they stand out a little bit more. But But yeah, let's see. Oh, and also guys, one other thing I want to talk about is the buy box. So if you guys don't know, the buy box is basically where a customer can just literally come on to this listing, click this button, and purchase it. And that's something that's really big on Amazon, is winning over the buy box. Now, if you're a seller that has a lot of people on their listing, like this person right here has a couple hijackers, there tend to be like price wars and stuff when it comes to hijackers and the official seller. So hijackers are basically people that come on your listing. So I'll click on it right here. Hijackers are these type of people that come on your listing that claim that they're selling your exact same product, and they're just trying to list it for maybe a lower price so that they can get that sale and steal that sale off of you. That is something that's called hijacking, guys. It's a horrible thing on Amazon. I still do not understand, out of all the things that Amazon has done, why they have not gotten rid of it. It's absolutely crazy. It blows my mind. But they're still trying to get rid of all these reviews and stuff, like fake reviews. Like, that's not what we need to worry about here. We don't need to worry about fake reviews. We need to worry about these hijackers, because I feel like they're the bigger problem here. They're the ones that are really trying to that are giving away these products that are either damaged or messed up, already used, but they're claiming that it's new. They're claiming that it's the exact same product, and I could create a whole different video exactly on why I hate these hijackers. But these are the people that you don't want to be. You don't want to have to deal with them. But the buy box, basically, you're fighting over it with the hijackers if you have one on your listing. But once you get them off, you'll eventually get your buy box back. Now, one tip that I do recommend that you guys do is try not to change your price too much. Because if you jump from, let's say you're trying to sell your product for $11.99, and then you automatically jump up to like $20, or you go all the way down to like $3 or so, your product is probably going to lose a buy box. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but if you are going to change your price, make sure you do it in like $1 increments every day. Don't change your product drastically for the price range, because you will lose a buy box, and that is a essential. It's not essential, but if you think about it, your conversions are going to be a little bit higher if you do have the buybacks, as opposed to just adding the cart, which takes a little bit more buttons and steps for the customer to do in order to purchase it. So that's just something to keep in mind. So going on to the next thing down here. Now, if you guys don't have this tool, you guys really need to get it. It is called Keepa. It is a Chrome extension. This is very essential for you guys to be using for your product research, just to figure out if a product is seasonal or how well it's doing, and just look at any spikes or trends for your listing. But if you scroll down here, and this is the product description here. The product description is actually but you can format it really easily. But what a lot of people do, they'll get lazy and just put something boring like this here. You got to make everything in your listing look spotless and look very professional, guys. Not very professional, but just very organized and neat. Now, something like this, I mean, this is fine. It's just that I would do everything that you can, whether it comes to bolding, whether it comes to formatting, or throwing in emojis, being really organized with your listing. That's something that I highly recommend that you guys do. So one way that you can organize your product description is actually go to Word to HTML. So let me go ahead and go here real quick. Word to HTML, and here you can actually format your my dog is acting crazy. You can actually format your description really easily. So all you have to do is, if you typed out your description in here, let me see. So once you type out your description, all you have to do, you can bold it, you can make it italics, organize it however that you want. You just have to switch it over to the HTML. So just switch it over to the HTML, and it'll basically give you the HTML code. And then once you go to Seller Central and you're creating your product listing, you just have to simply copy and paste that onto your into that little box there, and then it will be in that format that you organize on that website. So scrolling down further here, as you can see, all this other stuff, you really don't need all this crap. If you want to fill it out, you can. It's just that you really don't need to fill that out. The main thing right over here, now when you guys are picking your categories for your Amazon FBA products, so like tools, home improvement, industrial, scientific, you're probably wondering, okay, which one should I really put my product in. So what you guys want to do is pick the category that is the most specific here. So industrial and scientific, test, measure. You're trying to get it as close as possible to the most specific one here when you do pick your product category. Of course, when you're picking your product category, don't do something stupid. Don't, if you have a product like this, don't put it in pet supplies or patio and outdoor. Like, you just got to look at the trend for the other products and see where exactly they're putting their product listing at. So just keep a lookout for that. So if I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen this right here, which is the related video shorts. So yes, you can upload a video to your product listing. You can't actually do it yourself, I believe. I've never tried it before, but I've heard that what you have to do is, now you do not have to be brand registered. You do not have to be. But if you go on Fiverr, you can find people that will actually upload a video for you. They're called vendors, and all you have to do is create a video for your product. You can send a product over to somebody on Fiverr and they'll do a professional video for you. You could probably do it for anywhere from $50 to $100. It's not that much, but these people, they can upload your video on your listing, and that is something that's going to make you different from everybody else, because most people on Amazon, they literally do not know how to upload videos. And that video marketing, and I've said this a million times in different videos, it's going to be a very important and very essential thing in 2019, because a lot of people nowadays, they don't feel like reading all this stuff just to purchase a product. They rather watch a video. So if you've seen product listings that have a video, like for the very last box right here, that's what I'm talking about. So that's what we want. We want a video down here, and not just a video right here. We want to make sure that it is uploaded and put right here. So just make sure you clarify that with whatever outsourcer that you're using on Fiverr. So let me see here. Let me see what else. So if we scroll down to the reviews here, now usually what I recommend, a lot of people, they recommend 5 to 10 reviews. That's something that I feel like is a little bit harder to do nowadays. But if you watch my previous video or a couple videos back, I believe I talk about how exactly to get 10 reviews. You can use different services. You can use the Amazon early reviewer program, and you can get the reviews yourself. What I highly suggest you guys don't do is just try to get all the reviews in one day, or I wouldn't even recommend getting unverified reviews at all, because Amazon will probably just literally just remove them, and it looks a little bit sketchy. So I would not get unverified reviews, which basically means people that purchase or that don't purchase your product and they're just leaving a review for you. So as you can see, verified purchase, these are people that actually purchased your product and are leaving a review. So you just have to keep that in mind, guys. But yeah, there are plenty of different ways that you guys can get reviews and stuff. Just check out my previous video and you'll be able to figure it out. But generally what you guys want to do, and to the best of your ability, see if you can get a reviewer that can leave you a good picture or even a video. Now for your first couple of reviews, don't get a video on your listing for your first review initially, because they will take it down. They literally took my review down because I had a video in it for my primary one. So you just keep away from that. Just don't do anything that looks sketchy. I would even go as far as to say, for your first review, don't have any pictures or anything. Just have a simple, good, in-depth review that's not too long and it's not too short. And then from there you can start adding on a picture or a video down in the future to other reviewers. So guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. I just wanted to clarify different stuff when it comes to your Amazon listing, just so that there's no confusion on what goes where, or what does this and how do I do this, and what does this mean, and all that other stuff. So yeah, guys, hopefully you understand your guys' product listings a little bit better. And if you guys have any questions in the just leave a question for me in the comment section down below. I do have different templates you guys can use in the product description, or I'm not the product description, in my my video description down below. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, tell me what you guys want to see next, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.